Hey there, music nerds. Welcome to the 2-minute vinyl review number 12. I'm going to tell you about a record that I received just yesterday, but it has me very excited. So, Mr. James Booker, the Lost Paramount Tapes. I didn't know who this guy was. When I think of Booker, I think of Booker T, the wrestler, and I think of Booker T from, well, of course, right? The MGs. So this comes through the mail, and I didn't know anything about it. As a matter of fact, if anything, it says 1973 Los Angeles sessions. So I get it. I put it on, and I immediately start hearing New Orleans, Louisiana. Like, oh, that's weird. Isn't this Los Angeles? I read the liner notes, and again, it talks about, playing the clubs in Los Angeles, but James Booker. Yeah, James Booker. That's his name. This guy, Louisiana. It turns out that if you read the liner notes, I'm not going to give it away, but if you read the liner notes, there was a confluence of things that made it so that a bunch of Louisiana murderers row of musicians wind up in Los Angeles at the same time, and they decide that they're going to go into Paramount Studios and record. Now, James, he could have taken any piano he wants. Obviously, Paramount Studios, so there were baby grands, full fucking grand pianos. What does he do? He grabs a tack piano. A tack piano is the same type of piano that you hear in old spaghetti westerns. You know, when they walk into the saloon and it's like you hear the guy playing in the background? Or what other example can I give you? If you play Red Dead Redemption, same type of thing, just it sounds a certain way. The reason that it's separated is because whereas regular pianos have wooden hammers that hit the strings of the piano, a tack piano has metal tacks, so it sounds a certain way, and he specifically passed everything and said, that's the one I want. Turns out he knew exactly what he was doing, because I swear this is one of the funkiest fucking records you're ever going to hear, man. The reason it is that you see back there, Gree is because it actually that's one of my favorite records, right? Gree, Mama Roo. Why can't I remember his name all of a sudden? My name's Dr. John. Yeah, man. It sounds, believe it or not, even groovier in some instances. As a matter of fact, the second album that I pull out is the Allman Brothers, and I'll tell you what the connection is there. First of all, you guys, the Spotify people especially, right? Do you have your playlists for the summer? You know those barbecue playlists, those summer playlists? Do you want the party to go off? What you do is you put on, what's the name of this song? So Swell When You're Well. Song 1, side 2. It goes on for over 6 minutes. I promise the alcohol is going to flow a little bit more, and everyone's going to wish that they got a big old pile of crawfish in front of them, just sitting, steaming, under a big old pile of newspapers, and I wish that my beard smelled like crawfish juice. That's the type of funk that I'm talking about, and you can't pretend, man, because the drums sound a certain way, everything sounds a certain way. This record was released 10 years after he died, and I've told you about the VMP thing. These booklets, everything that I told you is in this booklet right here. If these booklets are written well, very often they are, okay? This here is everything the vinyl experience has to be. The person who wrote the booklet is somebody she's a filmmaker in Louisiana, and her first film was about the life of James Booker. So, yeah, that's my 2-minute review. I like it that much. The Allman Brothers, I'll end with that. What's the connection here? It took me forever to finally find a good copy of this, right? And those of you that know the album, and there's a lot of you, right? Last song, side 1, what is it? Stormy Monday. Here, Mr. James Booker does a version of Stormy Monday that's gonna knock your socks off, and it's going to speak to those Allman Brothers people the same way, because believe me, this is barbecue music. Sam the Record Man. Boom! Out! Do you like it? Subscribe.